A scientist is driving to work in Tehran. Suddenly, his car explodes. No trace of the attackers. No clear motive, at least to the public. But the message was crystal clear: Israel is watching. A nuclear facility deep under a mountain in Iran. Encrypted servers suddenly crash. Centrifuges spin out of control. The virus? Not just any malware. It was Stuxnet, the world's first cyber weapon of mass destruction. This isn't just a war of tanks and missiles, it's sabotage, assassinations, cyberattacks, and lies. This is the shadow war between Israel and Iran. Iran's pro-Western Shah is overthrown. The new Islamic Republic under Ayatollah Khomeini calls for Israel's destruction, labeling it the Little Satan. Israel's alarm. Israel had once maintained quiet ties with Iran. But post-1979, Tehran becomes the patron of groups like Hezbollah and Hamas, enemies sworn to Israel's destruction. Iran's support for Hezbollah leads to deadly attacks on Israeli diplomats and Jewish sites globally. 1994, a Jewish center in Argentina is bombed. Over 80 dead. Mossad traces it back to Iran and Hezbollah, but can't prove it outright. This isn't about borders. It's about ideology, revenge, and survival. Iran's nuclear ambitions. Western intelligence begins suspecting Iran of building a nuclear weapon under the guise of civilian energy. Israel sees it as an existential threat. Israel's red line. We will not allow Iran to acquire nuclear weapons. Prime Minister Netanyahu, 2012 UN Assembly. Cue the cyber war, Operation Olympic Games. 2010, Stuxnet, a highly sophisticated cyber weapon, believed to be built by US and Israeli intel, infects Iran's Natanz nuclear facility. 1,000 plus centrifuges destroyed, no bombs dropped. A silent strike, one of history's most effective. Assassinations begin. Between 2010 to 2012, 5 top Iranian nuclear scientists are assassinated, shot in daylight or blown up with magnetic bombs. Iran suspects Mossad. Mossad stays silent. The Tehran nuclear archive theft. Mossad agents infiltrate a heavily guarded warehouse in Tehran and steal over 100,000 documents. Proof Iran lied about its nuclear program. It was like Mission Impossible, but real, said one Israeli official. The documents were smuggled out in one night and revealed secret weapon designs.
Will withdraw
global
from the Iran
Trump
nuclear
withdraws from
deal.
The Iran nuclear
we will
deal,
be instituting
JCPOA,
the highest level of
Iran
economic
begins slowly
sanction.
ramping up uranium enrichment again. Israel prepares for what it fears could be the final confrontation. Syria, civil war and beyond. Iran uses Syria to move weapons to Hezbollah in Lebanon. Israel launches hundreds of airstrikes against Iranian convoys and bases inside Syria, but rarely claims responsibility. Hezbollah, the frontline threat. Over 150,000 missiles aimed at Israel from southern Lebanon. Iran funds, trains, and supplies Hezbollah, who openly vows to wipe Israel off the map. Gaza, Hamas, and PIJ. Iran supports Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad with funding and advanced rockets. These groups often fire rockets into Israel, provoking heavy Israeli retaliation. Israel and Iran haven't declared war, but their soldiers are dying, their spies are at work, and their people live in fear. 2020 Mohsen Fakhrizadeh assassination. Iran's top nuclear scientist is ambushed and killed outside Tehran. The operation was high-tech, involving remote-controlled weapons. Israel is blamed again. Iran vows revenge. 2021 to 2024, retaliations and near-war incidents. Explosions at Iranian nuclear sites. Drone strikes on Israeli ships. Iranian proxies fire missiles at US and Israeli assets in Iraq and Syria. 2023 to 2024, shadow turns to fire. Israeli embassies on alert. Iranian drones intercepted deep in Israeli airspace. Hezbollah threatens full-scale war from Lebanon.